Hi guys. Right, so Black Panther today. I don't know if I should give any spoilers away. I don't think I should. I found it quite interesting, really. It's different to all the other sort of Marvel movies. It's very character developed, which I sort of found quite interesting. The film's got flaws, don't get me wrong. It has got a few flaws in it. But I don't really, it sort of passes itself around that. I mean, for me, what I wanted to see is Wakandan culture. Because, look, I remember reading Black Panther 40 years ago. You know, when he first popped up in Fantastic Four, they were bringing him in, then he joined the Avengers. And I've read a couple of graphic novels over years, and when he married Storm, he is a very interesting character, and he's very honourable. Excuse me, I'm burping. I've been for a Chinese meal with friends. Right, so back to review. I lost it there for a sec. No, what was interesting about it was it starts off in the past with his dad, who was the previous Black Panther. It goes into how Claw got the vibranium in Age of Ultron 2, and it's sort of his brother betrays his brother, because this is where the film sort of gets really interesting, because like Wakanda is years ahead of everybody else. The technology, it's because of the vibranium and the properties it has. I mean, it's everything in their technology. I mean, they've got some really whacked out technology. They are so far ahead. I mean, I'd say they are probably the most powerful nation in the world. I don't know, like, if Latveria comes into it with Doctor Doom, you know, that's another technological Marvel place when obviously they bring that in, which they're gonna do. But Wakanda, wow, it's right. It's when it sort of jumps into the future when Black Panther's on a mission. You see, Wakanda has spies all over the world because they want to know what's going on, but we don't know what's going on in there. We think it's like it's just like a farming country, and it's not. They've got this like amazing illusion of what we think it is, you know, and it's not. It's, my God, the technology. They've got maglev trains. They use energy weapons, everything's anti-gravity technology. They've cured all kinds of illnesses. I mean, these guys, they must be at least a century ahead. You know, they've got only people that are going to get these guys, Tony Stark and Reed Richards. A lot of mysticism there as well. It's 5 tribes came together. They were always fighting because this asteroid crashed thousands of years ago, and I think Wakanda's like built in the crater of this, and it's protected by mountains and that. So a lot of people can't get to it, and so you can only fly into it. But then they've got this force field over it all, where when you look at it, you just think it's jungle and rivers and mountains, and it's not. You know, once you fly through this projected force field thing, my God, this place is stunning, and the colour of it, you just want to go to that. I mean, I just want to go to Wakanda. I mean, I've lived there. I mean, this place is amazing. And now, this is where they really fucked up with the Inhumans. You sort of get it now, because I watched the Inhumans TV series and I just switched it off. Right, because they should have done the Inhumans. If you're going to do the Inhumans, this was the way to do it. When you're saying Wakanda, it's how when you're reading a comic, you picture it in your mind, you think, wow, this. But to see it on a live action film in 4K, it's amazing. It's there, and I loved Wakanda for that. That's why I wanted to see this film, because I wanted to know what they were going to do with Wakanda. Now, well, all the wars have gone on in the world, and all this and all the problems. This country's paradise has just shielded itself away with all this technology and stuff, and it comes into a moral dilemma, because Killmonger, you know that, look, you know Black Panther's going to kick his ass by the end of the film, but Killmonger's an interesting character because you can sort of get why he's pissed. You know, and you sort of do, it's like It's like the Vulture and Spider-Man. You sort of get why he did what he did. You know, that's why I was a big fan of Michael Keaton as the Vulture. In some ways similar for Killmonger. It wasn't his fault, it was his dad who committed the crime. He got left behind because T'Challa's father believed it was the right thing. He should have took his son and brought him up in Wakanda. So he's pissed, and he trained himself, went to MIT, learned to fight, and he planned this big long-term agenda. And then he met Claw. Now, Andy Serkis's Claw is fantastic. I found him... What happens to him, I just thought I was hoping he'd be around for a couple of movies. I really did, because him and Black Panther and Claw quite, you know, in the comics and stuff. But he was so, I mean, he's just, in the very presence of Andy Serkis, playing that character of Claw, you know he's enjoying it. It's just brilliant. So, yeah, you know, all this is going on. I mean, there's a lot going on. Now, Martin Freeman, character Everett, he went to CIA, and he when the cat's claw, there's this thing in Korea, and the cat's claw, when they sort of, he tells him, he says, don't, you know, you've heard of El Dorado and all this, and he says, you know, it was never in South America or in Africa, it's Wakanda, you know, because I've been there, I've seen it, and they are hiding so much from the world. You know, it's another world what they live in. And this is where it comes in with politics, because really there's all this stuff going on in the world, and they've got the power to stop it or help the world become a better place, and they don't. Yet again, you understand why they're hiding away like they do, because they have this element. It's got all these capabilities, and turning it into weapons. I mean, it causes a lot of trouble, and this is where this is going. The modellistic thing, are they right out to hide away? You sort of get why they do. Yet again, the world, you know, there's things going on in the world that they could help out, and this is where he's put into it. Now, you see, the thing is with T'Challa, he's not a flawed character. There's a lot going on, but he plays the king beautifully. He truly has this sense of honour. It's incredible. And seeing all the different tribes in Wakanda, its culture, is really interesting. You sort of really looked into politics. Now, this film is different to a lot of other Marvel films, because there's a lot of politics in it, but mixed in with the Black Panther stuff and all the other stuff that goes with it. And you know, you come out of the film and you think, yeah, I really enjoyed that. But I'm not saying that it's not the best Marvel film I've seen. It's in the top 3, but it's not the best. But I enjoyed this today. I'm still sat here thinking about it. You leave the cinema and it's like Winter Soldier in its own sort of way. There's a lot going on as you're thinking about it. And I love this sister, Shuri. She's amazing. I just love his family, his friends. I loved everybody. Forrest Whitaker was superb in it. But there's also there's this taint with the family after what he did. His father does to Killmonger's dad. And you understand why, but was it right or wrong? That's down to you to decide that. And it leaves you with that all the time. You know, about this conundrum of where he is in the world. And Martin Freeman, I thought he were underused. He was quite underused. I would expected a lot more from him. But there's some great one-liners in this. There really is. But, you know, as a role, I enjoyed it. But I'm only going to give this 7 out of 10. Yeah, I have to say 7. Yeah, there was a few flaws in it. The CGI and the fight scene were a bit nasty. I don't know, it still looks a bit cartoonish. I mean, the film is spectacular, but sometimes, you know, the Marvel fight scenes with the CGI and all that, it's a bit over-smudged, and I felt it, that's what I felt, and it was too dark and dark. I don't know, the fight in the Vibranium Mine, you couldn't see really what was going on, and that was sort of like, it was a great scene, but you know, I think there would have been better if it all been on the surface. There were a lot going on the surface with everybody fighting and stuff, and that's what you were sort of monitoring. There's a lot going on in this film, and you are jumping everywhere. The story is great, with the politics, his character, you know, but he's a king, and he plays character beautifully. It's written for him. Michael B. Jordan's brilliant. I really enjoyed it. I did. I mean, look, guys, really like this film, but there's a couple of points in there. I think that Claw were far underused, and I were hoping he'd be in the next film. I didn't agree with them getting rid of him. I thought Michael B. Jordan's character, Killmonger, he sort of pops up at the beginning and then disappears for at least an hour, and you forget about him until he turns up. His ascension to the throne, it's all a bit done too quick, and it would have been nice in that hour he wanted, and it would have been nice to have had more of him, you know, because he's a fascinating character. And there is a touching moment at the end with both of them. Him and T'Challa. I don't want to spot this touching moment. I was gutted with the Claw scenario because he was great. He got the Claw. I really do like Andy Serkis. Now, and as it's going along, the film moves very fast, and it is enjoyable. Trust me, guys, I'm going to go back and see this. This is something you've got to watch again to get the appreciation of it. And, you know, now, was there a lot in there for Infinity War? No. I mean, there's this history of the world which is interesting at the beginning, but they want a lot in there. There's a couple of Easter eggs, but I don't want to spoil that for you. I mean, in the pre-set, stay right until the end of credits, you see Sebastian Stan Winter Soldier, but I think we all knew that on the internet. Anyway, that's the only connections you get. Now, I'm looking forward to the sequels of this. Marvel movies, I think, are changing now. We're moving into a new direction. I think with the path we've been on with the films. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is really colourful, and it's a lot of sense of humour. This film is not like that. It has its moments, but it's not Guardians, and it's not Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok's a brilliant film. I'm a big fan of that, because that sense of humour, and if Thor were going to finish on that, I can understand why it finishes perfectly. But this is just starting. It's the first one, and it's brilliant. It's a great new way for new Marvel phase. But I think Marvel films are going to start changing now. I think they're going to get a bit more political, a bit more serious, and sort of touching on things, which is really cool. But in the world of superheroes, and at the end scenes where he goes to the UN in the post-credit scenes, and this guy at UN says, well, what can your country offer the world? My free was just laughing, and you want to see that moment when T'Challa goes, we can fucking blow your mind apart, man, what we've got. The technology in this place is incredible. The suit, vibranium suit, is awesome. They've really took Black Panther to the next level. It's very James Bond in some respects. The scene in the casino, it's an international film. You can tell this guy's going to go all over the world, and it's going to be great. What's going on? I did wonder where Captain America was when all this were going on, you know, because I know he's there, unless he's in another country assembling new team and he's up to stuff on missions. I don't know. But I wonder, Winter Soldier were there. He was there recuperating, so I wonder why he never got involved. They call him the White Wolf, these kids. He wakes up and they're all calling it White Wolf. It's great, man. I'd live in Wakanda, trust me. But yeah, it's 7. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I could push it to 8 at the most, but that's as far as I'm going to go. Love it. And the music, man, the music in this film is awesome. So that's my review of Black Panther. There is 1 or 2 spoilers in there, but yeah, go see it. I'm going to go see it again. I think a second time, I think I'll probably push this up beyond an 8. It's just my first time taking it in. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next video. Have a great weekend. Speak soon.